After driving over 2,000 miles from OK Four-Wheel Drive in New Jersey, we finally pull into Goose Gear HQ in Colorado. This is where Rhino, our trusty HILUX, is about to get a serious upgrade.
Hey!
Hello, come on in.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, good.
How are you?
Great. I'm Lisa.
I'm Ryan.
Ryan Hall.
Welcome to Goose
Pleasure.
Gear.
Nice to meet you, Ryan.
Lisa and
How you
Jason,
doing?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right, yeah.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. How are you?
Super old school office.
We're here to have a full seat delete and cabinetry system installed, and as soon as we arrive, Ryan kindly gives us a tour of the place. Then we're told to make ourselves at home while the team gets to work.
Still a mess, but it's better.
Where did you see it?
There's a lot of history on that. Goose Gear got its name from Brian's daughter. I guess when she was first born in the crib, Brian walked in and just said, "Hey, Goose." Didn't think anything of it. That was just the first thing he said, and it just stuck ever since. Yeah, right. So this is the hatches. This is Alubox top plates, Arcus top plates.
Do you chopping boards?
We do. They're made out of bamboo.
You do them?
Yeah, so you can see. You want to pop your head in?
You want to lean on
Okay, no. Oh, I see.
Again, that'll all be lit up tomorrow.
Does it go on dry? How does it work?
No, it's wet.
It's wet.
Just dries within minutes.
Oh, right, okay.
Yep. That piece of wood.
Right.
Undo this.
Okay.
Add the Linux.
Okay.
I shouldn't say Linux anymore
just
because
say-
it's not an official Linux.
It's like your
product.
Raptor paint finish.
Correct. It is like a bed liner.
Bed
That's what we
liner.
call it. And what's crazy about it is it is it's like an organism. You have to know about the humidity, the temperature, the angle. So if he comes around, sprays it, goes to lunch, comes back and sprays it the other pieces, they're not going to match. So it's very crucial that when we do these types of things, we're doing it all in batches. And even if he was to come around and spray from a different angle, it'll have a different texture, almost like velvet when you move it one way and then move it another way. So you really, it's like an art, really, at the end of the day.
Oh.
So this is also proprietary. These are the corner,
They look delicious.
right? You want one?
Sure.
Like little chocolates.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's high quality componentry and everything. We always buy the best. We're taking those corner pieces you saw in the egg crates, putting that all together,
It's like a magician's box. Contortionist is going to pop out.
right? So this all used to be wood. Now it's lined in black. Tiny little drawer.
Smart.
I mean, this is kind of like a hand-me-down. This is like it's never going to fail on you. It's going to outlast the vehicle. You're going to hand it down to somebody else. You're going to sell it. You're going to push right there. It's kind of hard. Yep. And that's the AccuRide slides.
And all secure because it's lockable.
Yes, they are
And one
lockable.
key fits all.
Yes.
It's like Mary Poppins' bag. I'm going to pull out a lampshade in a minute. What's in that bag?
It's the bag of mystery. This is coming off easier than I thought.
Jace immediately starts whipping out his homemade seat delete. It's done its job, but this part needs to go before Brian, Goose Gear's owner, can build us a professionally made one. While Jace is in demolition mode, he finds a nasty surprise. A water leak under the baseboard has rotted the wood and the carpet. Thank goodness we're upgrading now. Since the HILUX isn't a vehicle Goose Gear typically works with, Brian has to head back to the drawing board and create a design from scratch.
Measured twice, cut once, and I've measured 3 times. So hopefully I'm not going to make a balls up.
While Brian and the team dive into design mode, Jason jumps on another job, installing a diesel heater. It'll serve as a backup to our propane setup for those colder nights on the road.
There we go.
Really?
One big hole. Spot on.
Is it?
Yeah, just where I want it.
All of Goose Gear's wood components are cut with extreme precision using their state-of-the-art CNC machine. They use top-tier Baltic birch, renowned for its strength and stability, making it a lightweight, tough and moisture-resistant solution, exactly what you need when you're off-road and living out of your truck full-time. In our case, we're getting their 3rd generation system, powder-coated aluminium modular cabinets topped with Baltic birch, finished in a professional grade proprietary bed liner for even more durability.
Aha. I'm happy with that.
I had a diesel heater previously and I cut into the line here to put a T-piece in. Now I'm going to have to do that again. Unfortunately, I only have 1 pair of vice grips, so I've had to improvise a little.
By using 2 pairs of grips to clamp the fuel line, Jason's able to couple the diesel heater's fuel line without draining the truck's fuel tank. Genius.
Okay, not too much spillage. So all I've got to do now is put a T-piece in here, which means I can feed diesel to the diesel heater.
Brian's busy test fitting the seat delete, tweaking as needed before the pieces head off for paint. Meanwhile, Jason's finishing up the heater wiring. Ben starts trial fitting the new cabinetry to ensure everything fits perfectly before powder coating.
Take it back over to a sanding department so they can go through and clean up the edges and make sure there's nothing messed up, and then it'll go off to coating. Once it's back from coating, then we'll put it back together and throw it in the truck. So by the end of the day, we'll be bolting it in. Almost there.
Now comes the fun part, applying Goose Gear's proprietary bed liner. This stuff gives everything an ultra durable, sleek finish.
Made an early start because yesterday all the cabinetry came back powder coated a day early, so we've been given the gift of time to make some amazing progress. We've got all the Goose Gear guys on the job that have already begun to unwrap the powder coated cabinets, and they are now just beginning the initial assembly stages of the build. So today you're going to see quite the amount of progress take place. It's going to be really cool. It's actually going to be fantastic. What are you doing?
Since these panels have been painted, they don't quite go underneath this molly panel anymore. So I'm going to see if there's any adjustment by loosening the bolts and trying to lift it a little bit.
Okay.
With no adjustment available, Jason resorts to more extreme measures. Ben and Taz implement the final cabinet install while Jason cuts in the duct for the heater. Teamwork at its finest. Just like that, the install is done. We pack up, clear out of the warehouse and take one last look at what Goose Gear has built. It's flawless. Honestly, this system is more than we could have hoped for. Professional, solid as anything and practical. It will revolutionise our Overland setup. Huge thanks to Brian, Ryan, Ben, Taz and everyone else at Goose Gear. Legends, all of you. We are about to leave Goose Gear after 3 weeks to the day of a lot of hard work and graft to get the cabinetry and seat delete beautifully installed. So we thought we would just fill up with water and we are fit to go. Hurrah!
Are we going on an adventure?
Should we actually start this bloody trip? Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Where are we going?
Post office.
Yippee-ki-yay.
To enhance the finished build out, we headed an hour up the road from Goose Gear, where Jason shared his custom designed wrap to Blackout Graphics. It'll be Rhino's bold signature, the final flourish on a once blank canvas.
Hello.
Jason worked with owner Nathan, who not only helped bring our vision to life, but generously gave us behind the scenes access to the whole wrap process. As budget-conscious overlanders, we rarely splurge, but it's that very frugality that lets us go all in on a little flair to finish our home on wheels, inside and out.
Perfect. Is it diesel?
Yes.
Oh, very cool.
What's this machine, Nathan?
This is our flatbed cutter. So right now I'm just kiss cutting the graphics apart because I've kind of nested them together to conserve material.
Quite satisfying taking measurements off, isn't it?
Holy cow, Nathan, that looks good.
Doesn't that look awesome?
It doesn't it? So these little magnets then just hold it in place?
Yeah. Just magnets for an extra hand. Try to get everything kind of lined up where we like it.
Okay, that's it. It's on, the graphics, 3rd time's a charm. I don't think Rhino has ever looked this good. I am so thrilled with the outcome.
The build-out was 2 months in the making. We've driven from one side of the US to the other to bring the reinvention of Rhino to life. We've slept in a display vehicle parked in a showroom, we've lived in a warehouse, camped on a driveway and crashed in car parks. But it's been worth every moment invested. And now, finally, it's time to use our modernised Overland rig for what it was actually made for. Adventure. Let the fun begin. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like it, remember to subscribe, like and leave your comments below. Thanks for watching and see you next time.